Haribol, Haribol. So this is the Guru Purnima celebration in Delhi today. My obeisance to my Guru Maharaj. Tila Pravishtam Vishnupada Shila Vamana Goswami Maharaj. Tila Pravista Shila Bhakti-vedanta Shila Narayan Goswami Maharaj. After my humble obeisances again and again. After that, my obeisances also to Nitila Pravishtam Vishnupada. Astatarashat Srimad-Bhakti-vedanta Shila Swami Maharaj. And to also Prapuja Charan Shripad Madhava Maharaj present here. Shri Bhakti-vedanta Govinda Maharaj. Bhakti-vedanta, my God brother Govinda Maharaj. Param-puja-pad Narasingh Maharaj. Where is Ramachandra Prabhuji? Come here. Param-puja-pad Ramachandra Prabhuji. And so all the Vaishnavis present here, all the mothers. All of those eager to hear hari-katha. To the feet of everyone. Please accept my dandavat pranams accordingly, everyone. So it's such a blissful things. Such a blissful opportunity that we are here together, gathered at the feet of Gurudev, sitting here. Yesterday, we so much. Yesterday was such a big party, such big arrangements. We celebrated yesterday the Vyasa-puja of Vyasadeva, and also at the same time, and also was the disappearance of the Sanatana Goswami, who is in our guru-parampara, a very intimate and dear associate of Mahaprabhu. Yesterday we celebrated that, and also at the same time, in Kashinagar, in Chobis Pragarna, this place in Bengal, we also celebrated the Avirbhava Titi, appearance day of Srila Om Vishnupada Srila Bhakti-vedanta Tirtha Goswami Maharaj. Come. Where's the sandalwood? He's saying, Maharaj, it's not my Vyasa-puja. So it's not ours. It's not also ours. Vyasa-puja also not ours. It's from Vyasadeva. Anyway, yesterday we celebrated very nicely. Maharaj was in Mathura yesterday. I saw 1,000 people came in Mathura yesterday. So they celebrated very nicely in Mathura. Here in the Delhi also, in the temple also, they celebrated very nicely. Our Ramachandra Prabhu celebrated also here. So in all the temples, this festival was celebrated yesterday. Before I speak, I request to Srimad Maharaj speak 2 words. Bless us with 2 words. Prasad is to okay, let me come back 1 sec.
अच्छी तरह से केवल सभी मठों में है तो
This will go until 2 p.m. Prashada is ready for everyone. 2 p.m. But don't worry, everybody will get prashadam, and it will be given forcefully to everyone. How the I've never gotten married, but you see how the girl is after the girl gets married and she goes to the in-laws' house, how she bids farewell to her parents. I'm not disgracing my life with marriage, but yeah, I've done many marriages, like for weddings, for ceremonies for others in my life. So prasada will be downstairs, prepared for everyone. So everybody will get food, drinks, and also you also can take along, like take away prasada also. Nobody will be spared. So this is not my house here. This is the house of Gurudev here. Now you are at the house of Gurudeva. So you should say, I am in the house of my parents. I'm in the house of my parents. You know, because in India, women, they go to live with the in-laws' house, with the husband. So sometimes women come to the house of their own parents, where they grew up. So Gurudev is saying, the temple is the house of Gurudeva. It's just like the house of your own parents, like your own house. Not the house of your in-laws. So you'll not go so easily away, because it's been a long time since you saw your father. So don't cry. You know, like when the daughter is saying goodbye to the father, it's really painful, isn't it? They cry. So Gurudev is saying, don't cry. You have to take something along with you. Take something along with you. I'm not taking you to give you something here, but to take along. So I'm not saying leave something here. I'm saying when you go, take something along with you from here. Okay, I don't want to waste time. So I was Parakiya-bhava Srila Maharaj. They speak about Vyasadeva is good. Give some blessing words to us about the subject.
ऐसे ही हम लोग गुरु वर्ग के धारा में रहते हुए जैसे हम लोगों को सिखाया ऐसे हम बस पूजा कर रहे हैं और सब लोग कुछ बोलेंगे। मेरा 2:30 बजे जूम क्लास है, मैं 5-7 मिनट बाद मैं जाऊंगा।
1:30 I have Zoom class. I have to go.
क्लास देना, उसके बाद वाली क्लास है। मैं मना किया था लेकिन लोग मान नहीं रहे, इसे करना ही पड़ेगा। हरे कृष्ण। पंचायत बस
Pujapada Madhava Maharaj spoke so well. What is Vyas? Who is Vyas? He spoke very well. The original Vyas, actually Krishna Bande Jagat Guru. Krishna is the universal Guru. He also mentions. So guru-parampara starts in Krishna. Then so you took Diksha Harinam. So you took the Diksha Harinam from Guru, but this is not enough. Somebody asks you, what if somebody asks you, what's the name, what is your Guru's name, and you don't even know the answer? Oh, Narayan Maharaj. No, this is actually even dishonor to Guru.
आदि लेते हैं,
when you take Diksha mantra from Guru,
नाम मंत्र के साथ ही साथ हमारी गुरु परंपरा के बारे में जानना चाहिए। ये गुरु परंपरा की ये विशेष
so you know about the Guru, your Guru Pranam mantra, how to do obeisance to Guru, and also you have to know about the Guru Parampara.
महत्व दिखाया गया।
This also shows the glory of the Guru.
कारण क्या, देखो ये लाइट जल रही है,
For example, the light is glowing,
बात कहाँ पर,
but the light is only working because it's connected to the powerhouse.
पावर हाउस के साथ भी जोग नहीं किया,
If the light bulb is not connected to the powerhouse, then light wouldn't light, like there wouldn't be light in the light bulb. Who is the powerhouse? It's Krishna, Mahaprabhu.
स्वयं भगवान होते हुए
Mahaprabhu is Swayam Bhagavan,
गुरु करण किया,
but he also accepted the Guru.
कैसे उन्होंने
And how he worships, honors all our Guru Varga.
जानते हैं,
If we don't know how to give honor to our Guru Varga,
भक्त राज में प्रवेश नहीं करते,
we cannot enter the realm of Bhakti. Bhakti is very far.
हम भक्ति राज्य में प्रवेश करने के
Actually, to enter the path of Bhakti, you
इसलिए
have to understand well.
में क्या गुरु परंपरा क्या लिखा है, बोलो क्या पढ़ते हो, गुरु परंपरा जानो,
So, Bhalomati. So the song explains Guru Parampara Jano Bhalomati. You have to understand very nicely and carefully everything about the Guru Parampara.
ये बंगला आपको सीखना पड़ेगा,
This is in Bengali. You have to learn Bengali.
अभी हम बंगाली सीखेंगे,
Ah, I learned Bengali.
क्या करना पड़ेगा,
You don't learn Bengali, but you have to learn Bengali.
बोलो सब
Repeat. Everyone repeats. You have to learn Bengali. At least the Guru Parampara. It's written in the song.
जानो भालोमती, भालोमती का मतलब
Bhalomati. What is the meaning of Bhalomati? Very well. Like in details, you have to know about the Guru Parampara.
वैष्णव को सम्मान देना भी,
And you have to also give honor to the Vaishnavas. Those who don't give honor to the Vaishnavas, how he'll give
इसे देखते हैं लोग 2 दिन के बाद
honor to Guru?
इसके बाद क्या हो जाता है, हाँ ये सब आ जाता है, इसलिए
Just like when you get married, in the beginning it's like falling in love, and like the face of a woman is like the moon. Later on, you hate each other. So you don't have relationship also with Guru, don't honor the Guru. So also you like give up the Guru, like just like for example something like that.
हम मैं बात में सही कर रहे हैं, गुरु परंपरा के अच्छी तरह से जाना,
So you have to know very well.
हम कोई अपने शिक्षक इसके गुरु इसके शिष्य वो मैं नहीं कह रहा हूँ,
I'm not saying he's disciple, he's Guru, or this is for everyone.
गुरु परंपरा गुरु वैष्णव के हम कैसे
How to honor Guru and Vaishnavas. This is really good.
कार किसी का निंदा ना करें,
And don't criticize anyone.
महाप्रभु के
Mahaprabhu said, never criticize anyone.
कृष्ण कृष्ण
Just chant Krishna Krishna.
चैतन्य से जीवित,
And you'll be able to conquer Mahaprabhu, who is unconquerable.
महाराज जी ने बहुत सुंदर बताया, उसी संक्षेप में बताया, अभी मैं रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ
So now I request to
गोविंद महाराज जी है,
Govinda Maharaj.
दादा गुरु गोविंद महाराज जी बोले,
He's our Chacha Guru.
गोविंद महाराज जी है, इनको भी कर मैं भी प्रार्थना करता हूँ, 2 शब्द हम लोग के निकल
No, Govinda Maharaj is our god brother, and our uncle Guru is also here.
हैं, हम लोग को व्यास पूजा, देखो प्रातः काशी के घर में करेंगे, आज रहते हैं हरि-कथा और गुरु वैष्णव के अनुगत्य में साधन भजन करके गुरु जी का जो आराध्य तत्व है, अभिष्ट देव जो है, अभिष्ट उसको पास उसका साधन भजन करके उसको प्रेम लाभ हो, ये मेरा प्रार्थना है। और मेरा सीनियर गुरु भाई साहब यही पर है, हाँ, ये सब आचार्य है, तो हम अभी आचार्य के पास भी ये प्रार्थना करता हूँ,
So they are acharyas. My God, senior god brothers, they are acharyas. I pray to them so that I can do Hari Bhajan my whole life.
अभिष्ट पूर्ण कर सकूँ। मैं हिंदी नहीं जानता हूँ, गलती तो होता ही है,
I don't know Hindi, but they told me to speak in Hindi. Anyway,
गलती होगा तो हमको क्षमा कर देंगे।
please forgive me for my poor language or... So our god brother Pujapad Govinda Maharaji, he has told you very nicely what is the meaning of Guru Puja. So in Gaudiya Mata before we didn't have Guru Puja. Until nowadays in some Gaudiya Matas you don't see this Guru Puja. Some yes, but not in all. Because the Vyasa-puja is already the appearance day of Gurudeva. because generally the people of Sankara Sampradaya, the Sankara Mayavadis, they celebrate more this Vyasa-puja for Vyasadeva a lot. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, actually Mahaprabhu himself, also we saw in the Chaitanya Bhagavatam, there's a beautiful verse that Mahaprabhu every day he used to do Nama Sankirtan in the house of Srivasa Thakura. Then Mahaprabhu said, he took the hand of Nityananda and Mahaprabhu asked, so which purnima now was? Ashari Purnima, the purnima, full moon of the month of Ashar. So tomorrow is Ashari Purnima, it's full moon. So it's the appearance day, puja of Vyasadeva. Where should we celebrate it? Then Nityananda Prabhu, he caught hold of the hand of Srivas and brought him to Mahaprabhu and said, hey Prabhu, we'll do in the house of Srivas. Mahaprabhu said, look, but Srivas is a poor Brahmana. There's not even rats in his house. Like because he doesn't have rice, dal, anything, so there's no rat even to eat grains in his house. So he's such a poor Brahmana. How will he be able to perform Vyasa-puja? Many people will come. Whatever you do. Okay, maybe we'll continue speaking for 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m. You'll sit down here. But in the end, you have to take prasada. Nobody can worship God being hungry. Whatever hari-katha that we speak in the end, have to be some arrangements of foods, prasadam. So Srivasa Thakura held the feet of Mahaprabhu and said, Prabhu, what are your presents? You just instruct me. And then Mahaprabhu said, okay. Okay, let's do the Vyasa-puja in the house of Srivas. So early in the morning, actually all the demigods, they came in the house of Srivas. They came like out of nowhere, like so many people came, like demigods came in disguise, like in the form of human beings, and they started to decorate the house of Srivas. Everything showed up. In the Gita, Bhagavan explains, if you worship me one-pointedly, I'll give everything it's needed, and I will protect what you have. There's no doubt about this. In the Chaitanya Bhagavatam also we see this explanation. So out of nowhere, so many people came, and then so a crowd, like so many people, they just showed up and bringing food also, rice, dal, like all the food, everything people brought. And like many pots, 56 preparations, just like here. So here also they did such a nice arrangement of decoration. I thought that maybe only 2-4 people would show up today here. I thought just few people will come for Vyasa-puja, celebration of Vyasa-puja in Delhi. So like the people, amount of people would be enough to fit in only my room in Delhi, like only few people. I thought the Vyasa-puja would be in my room. Okay, let's sit here. Then Pujapada Maharaj also mercifully, he also came. And our Maharajas, they all came, it's so nice. Vaishnavas came. It's a matter of bliss, happiness, that all Vaishnavas came. This is true. The Vaishnavas came. This is such a matter of bliss. I was thinking, okay, we'll sit here in this platform. But then they put all the food on this platform. So I was thinking, where will we sit? There's no place for everyone to sit. But now everyone is sitting down nicely or not? Okay. Sitting relaxing, like to sit down really in a relaxed way you sit in your house. Okay, maybe here you're sitting down a little bit tight, like so many people together, like squeezing, not space for everyone, but no problem. Some people are Some people are even standing up, like there's no place for everybody to sit down. So some people are standing up in the back, but they are relaxed, they are okay, they are standing up, but they are happy.
2-4 घंटे तो हम लोग देखो स्कूल में पढ़ाई होता है कि नहीं होता, जो भी पढ़ाई नहीं होता है आधा घंटा जो है खड़ा करके बैठते हैं.
You know, for example, in the school time, you know, in the time of school, if you hadn't done your homework or studied, maybe the teacher will tell you to be standing up, like you couldn't sit down, maybe for 30 minutes continuously in the class.
हम तो कभी नहीं गए तो हम देखा.
No, Gurudev is saying this has never happened to me. Like I was never chastised by the teacher like that, but I saw this happening with other people.
स्कूल में जो पढ़ाई करके नहीं आते हैं ना हम लोग के समय कब लोग पीछे जाओ खड़े जाओ.
So like those who came to the school but without doing the homework or without studying what they were supposed to, then the teacher would chastise them and give some punishment that they had to stand up during long time. And not only that,
मुर्गा बना दी थे. मुर्गा बना समझते कि नहीं ऐसे क्या बोलते लेंडर में क्या बोलते हैं बना देते हैं. और ये भी नहीं हम लोग भी देखा ऊपर में एक ईंट रख दी थी. आप सोचते हैं क्या
so
प्राइमरी स्कूल का हम उस समय की बात है, आज के बाद तो सोच नहीं सकते.
so nowadays it's not happening, but at that time the schools, the teacher, they used to chastise the students. So there was another punishment that I couldn't understand exactly, but I think the student had to like lay on the ground and like a burpee, like, you know, you have to on the ground and up again, ground and up, but like have to lay down and again stand up like this continuously, but also with bricks, carrying bricks on the back, you know, in the back to make heavy.
लड़का जो पढ़ाई ठीक करके नहीं आते हैं ना उसके स्कूल में पहले प्राइमरी स्कूल में, हाई स्कूल में तो नहीं होता था, प्राइमरी स्कूल में.
So this was mainly in the primary school for the boys. Like the kids were not studying in the school, like they were not studying, doing homework, not studying.
याद रखिए उसका ऐसे मुर्गा की बना देते थे और उनके पीठ पर 2 ईंट रख देते थे. ईंट गिर जाए तो पिटाई करते थे. ठीक से बड़े करते.
Sorry, the boy had to actually not like a burpee. I think he had to walk like a chicken, walking like a chicken, like a you know, the chicken position. I don't know in English, but like a chicken, standing like a little down, no? Like on his legs, and then he has to carry some bricks around on his like head or maybe back, I don't know, but like a chicken position. And then if these bricks break, then the teacher also gives so much like beats. Then the teacher beats the student.
भाई देखो कितना कष्ट करके लिखाई पढ़ाई करते हैं तब वो कोई इंजीनियर बनता है, कोई वकील बनता है, कोई पैसा.
So you see, those who undergo to this kind of, you know, like really like kind of how to say, like severe time in school, then later they will grow up and they will become engineer, doctors, and like great persons, great career.
और यहाँ पर आकर के आप 2 घंटे भी खड़े हैं तो क्या हो गया क्या?
So you came here and you are standing up for 2 hours in the katha. What is, no problem? What is it? No big deal. You just standing up for 2 hours in the hari-katha, no problem, because there's no space to sit down. This is good. This is good.
इसलिए आप लोग कष्ट के बैठो.
So please.
मैं सोचा लोग नहीं आएंगे 2-4.
So please, you endure the situation that there's so many people, you're all squeezed and like this. But please sit and no problem. And I thought that I didn't know so many people would come. I thought only 2-4 people would show up. But I think all demigods, they appeared from Swargaloka and they are here. All the demigods, demigoddesses. Oh my! This is such a. I'm so happy. This is so happiness. It's so nice.
हाई स्कूल में तो नहीं होता था. प्राइमरी स्कूल में क्या देते थे उसका ऐसे मुर्गा की बना देते थे और उनके पीठ पर 2 ईंट रख देते थे. ईंट गिर जाए तो पिटाई करते थे. ठीक से बड़े करते. भाई देखो कितना कष्ट करके लिखाई पढ़ाई करते हैं तब वो कोई इंजीनियर बनता है, कोई वकील बनता है, कोई पैसा. और यहाँ पर आकर के आप 2 घंटे भी खड़े हैं तो क्या हो गया क्या? आप बताओ. अच्छी बात है ना. इसलिए आप लोग कष्ट के बैठो. हम तो सोचते हैं, मैं सोचा लोग नहीं आएंगे 2-4 आएंगे. मैं देखा साहब देवी कहाँ से सबके से यहाँ पर प्रकट है. आनंद की बात है. सब वैष्णव देश में सब आ गए. आनंद.
All the demigods came in form of Vaishnavas. So happy. I'm so happy. So Maharaj told so well everything, especially in the temple of Mathura, Srila Gurudeva. For the first time, Gurudeva made this Vyasa-puja. Because generally, the Sarananda, so Gaudiya Math would be completely empty today. And all people would go to the Mayavadi temples, the Sarananda temple like this.
खाली पड़ा रहता था।
So Gaudiya Mata was empty.
अभी बताया ना, महाराज जी ने बताया श्रीनिवास
So Maharaj said that
अग्रवाल
Srinivasa Agarwal and Ram Prakash,
ये लोग ने गुरुदेव की सलाह दी,
they advised Gurudeva, Gurudeva, if you don't celebrate Vyasa-puja, your preaching will not be good. So Gurudeva is
इतना हो गया
preaching so much,
आज तो जो है
and until nowadays,
पैर भी नहीं लगे रखने की।
there's nothing. So Gurudev preached so well, and especially with the Vyasa-puja in Mathura, that nowadays there's not even a place for you to step your feet inside the temple in the day of the Vyasa-puja because it's completely crowded.
पैर रखने की जगह नहीं है, जगह रखने की पैर नहीं है। अरे उल्टा करके सुनो ना, सब तो सीधा सुनते हैं। क्या बोला? पैर रखने की, अरे जगह।
So Gurudev said there's no feet to put space in the temple. Instead of saying there's no space to put your feet in the temple, your foot in the temple, Gurudev said there's no foot to put space in the temple. And he's laughing, oh, I spoke opposite. But if I spoke opposite, like the words in the wrong backwards. So, but it's good because then you pay attention, like, oh no, what is the correct? You tell me how, like the correct sentence. For example, when Bhagavan came in the form of Vamanadeva, he also didn't have a space to put his feet, right? His feet was very big. Because Gurudev said there's no space to put the feet. No, there's no foot to put the space. I think Gurudev said opposite. But he said, but even though I made a mistake, actually it's also true. Because, like for example, for Vamanadeva, this is also true. Like there's no space to put the foot. No foot. Yeah, no foot to put the space. I mean, anyway, if Gurudev said opposite, but this is also true. He's saying.
तो हमारे अभी बताया ना, महाराज जी ने बताया श्रीनिवास अग्रवाल और राम प्रकाश गौरव है, ये लोग ने गुरुदेव की सलाह दी, महाराज जब तक नहीं करोगे आपको प्रचार ठीक नहीं होगा है। तो गुरुदेव ने क्या किया, बहुत विपुल प्रचार करते करते इतना हो गया है, आज तो जो है रहने के पैर भी नहीं लगे, रखने के लिए पैर भी नहीं लगा, पैर रखने की जगह नहीं है, जगह रखने की पैर नहीं है। अरे उल्टा करके सुनो ना, सब तो सीधा सुनते हैं। क्या बोला? पैर रखने की, अरे जगह रखने की पैर नहीं है। कौन रखा नहीं? बात सही है कि नहीं है? भगवान जो है बामन देव रखे थे, पैर रखने के लिए जगह कहाँ मिला? जगह रखने की पैर ही नहीं उनके पास। जो बोले वही सत्य है। बात हो सकता है, वास्तव जो है प्रचार की एक विशेष अंग माना जाता है, इसलिए कहते हैं महाप्रभु ने स्वयं ये दिखाया गया।
So this is very special for the preaching. So Mahaprabhu also preached this Vyasa-puja. But the Vyasa-puja, the Advaitavadis, they do. Prabhupada said, it's written, you can read in the article. The Vyasa-puja of Advaitavadis. Prahaso. It's like a joke. Why? He said this. The Advaitavadis, they become, how come he's saying this to us? But Bhaktivedanta explains. Because they believe in the Guru, but they don't accept the words of the Guru. So you can read in Caitanya-caritamrita, it's saying. So the meaning is that because the Advaitavadis, they say there's only one Brahma and I am Brahma. No, there's no second thing. If you accept Shakti, the potency, then you cannot establish. So the philosophy is, if you accept like this potency of God, then you cannot establish the Mayavada philosophy. But Vyasadeva told about Parinamavada in the Vedas, means one thing transforms into another thing. This is called Parinam. Vivartavada also called.
दूध के परिवर्तन
For example, the milk transforms into the yogurt.
तो इसमें क्या होता है, विवर्त हो जाता है, भ्रम करता है।
So-
उसमें उन्होंने क्या लिखा, भ्रमवाद।
So they said about Brahmbad.
सबका भ्रम,
Brahmbad is like this illusion. For example, you see a rope in a snake. You see a rope and you think it's a snake.
विचार करते हैं कहा, ये जीव नहीं है कोई, ब्रह्मा भ्रमित होकर के जीव रूप में अपने के परिचय दे रहे हैं। किंतु जब दो वस्तु का स्वीकार कर लेते हैं,
So when you accept
अद्वैतवादी के स्वीकार नहीं है। इसलिए कहते हैं क्या,
the Parinamavada,
अद्वैत उन्होंने जो लिखा,
you cannot establish the Mayavada philosophy if you accept Parinamavada. That's why the Mayavadi said that Vyasadeva was like he had gone crazy when he wrote about Parinamavada.
परिणामवाद, ये परिणामवाद को स्वीकार नहीं करते हैं। एक वस्तु परिणामवाद और एक सत्य परिणामवाद, ये इसमें तो विचार बहुत दो है। इसलिए कहते हैं भक्तिवेदांत प्रभुपाद लिखते हैं,
Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada wrote,
तो रूप में उन लोग के जो अद्वैतवादी के व्यास पूजा यथार्थ नहीं है। क्यों?
the Vyasa-puja Vedantavad is not real. You accept the Guru, but you're not following the instructions of the Guru. Taking his instruction, his vichar, his conception. So how is it?
प्रभुपाद ने लिखा, ये समस्त विचार को देखो।
Prabhupada wrote and showed all this.
जन्म अद्वैतवाद किसको कहते हैं, ब्रह्मवाद,
Who is Advaita? What is Advaitavada? What is the Brahmavada? What is Vivartavada? What is a Parinamavada?
ये समस्त विचार जब करते हैं, तब हमें आगे बढ़ते रहते हैं। ये समस्त विचार
You have to analyze all this, then you can progress. So now I asked Srila Narasimha Maharaj speak 2 words.
दो शब्द आपने बोले हैं, हैं? महाराज जी हैं, थोड़ा विश्राम करने के लिए जा रहे हैं। महाराज जी के चरण में हम प्रणाम करते हैं, हैं? और अभी
So we do pranam. Maharaj has to go, so we do pranam to him. So now we ask Srila Narasimha Maharaj speak 2 words.
है जो हमारे बड़े, इसलिए कहा कि भाई शास्त्र परपीड़ना ये उनके निर्देश है। उस ग्रंथों में पुष्टिकरण में राजस में जाएंगे, तामस भोजन करके तामस में जाएंगे, सात्विक करेंगे देवता लोक में जाएंगे, देवता लोक से वापिस आएंगे। तो इसलिए निर्गुण भगवान और निर्गुण गुरु का भजन करने से तो इस संसार जाल से और त्रिगुणा से, त्रिगुण, त्रिकेश, त्रिकर्म, पंचक्लेश, पंचकोश, इसमें से अगर छुटकारा पाना है, अनर्थ दूर करना है, तो ऐसे गुरु के भजन करेंगे तो भी जाकर के इस 84 लाख के चक्कर में छूटेंगे, नहीं तो 84 लाख में घूमते रहो। यही व्यास पूजा में, व्यास जी के चरणों में, संपूर्ण गुरु पूजा, गुरु परंपरा के चरणों में प्रणाम है, और इसमें फॉलो करेंगे तभी जाके भगवान के पास हमारी लिंक पहुंचेगी, नहीं तो फिर नहीं पहुंचने वाली। वंशा कृपा सिंधु
Now Pujapad Narasimha Maharaj, he spoke so well. What is the specialty of Guru Puja? What is the meaning of the Guru-parampara? Especially Vyasadeva was very confused because he had written all the Puranas and everything, but his mind was disturbed. And by the desire of Bhagavan, Naradaji appeared. So then he wrote the Bhagavatam. Actually, Naradaji told Vyasadeva, what is the cause of the disturbance of your mind? Because you wrote the book, but in your books you haven't clearly explained who is Bhagavan. Like Maharaj said, you can take any Purana, Matsya Purana. If you read Matsya Purana, looks like Matsya Dev is Swayam Bhagavan. Varaha Purana looks like Varaha Dev is Bhagavan. Shiva Purana looks like Shivaji is Bhagavan. If Bhagavan is only one, so why did he write all this? Another point. What is the highest goal for the living entities? People only know about Dharma, Artha and Kama. But what is beyond that? Mukti, liberation. No one describes what is beyond Mukti. In any Shastra was not written. How is the 5th goal of human life? Pancham Purushata krishna-prema. He didn't describe this so well. Listen carefully. So is your mind disturbed? Why? Because you're not hearing properly. The mind of Vyasadeva was disturbed. So if you would hear properly hari-katha, then your mind will not be disturbed. Will be okay, your mind will be okay. But you're hearing hari-katha, hearing from one ear and going out from the other ear. Gurudev, I want to give some donation. Which donation you want to give me? Gurudev, I don't have money or anything, but I'll give you a donation. What? Whatever I heard from you, Gurudev, I'm giving back to you. So whatever you heard from Guru, you're giving now back to the Guru. Means you didn't grasp anything. So at least if you hear, you can give this back to the Guru. But if you don't, if you won't even hear the katha, then not even this you can give back to the Guru. So here, maybe you give me back or not, but at least hear it, the katha. So you have to pay attention. So why the mind of the Vyasadeva was disturbed? Narada Rishi told him, you didn't describe carefully in details who is Bhagavan. Also you didn't make clear what is the topmost goal for the living entities. You spoke about Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, but what is beyond Mukti? You didn't say. And third point, you described the pastimes of Krishna, but not in details or not properly. Which Krishna doing Leela where? So if you read Garga Samhita and other Puranas, you'll become so confused. Which Krishna is doing what, when, where? Because all the Krishnas are mixed up, all the pastimes, Dwarkadish, Mathuradish, and Krishna from Vrindavan as well. So you're not describing properly the pastimes of Krishna. That's why people are so confused. Fourth, you also didn't describe about this great prem that even Uddhav and great devotees, they are eager for this prem. You haven't described about this in details. What is the highest lila of Krishna also? Rasa lila. Especially about Swakiya, everyone knows, wedded love. But this transcendental, listen carefully, what did I say? The transcendental Parakiya-bhava, paramore mood of Vrindavan, you haven't manifested this clearly in the Vedas. So now you have to describe it very nicely. Narada told Vyasadeva. Then by the mercy of Narada, Vyasadeva practiced bhakti-yoga. Then he saw all the leelas directly. Then he manifested the latest Puran, the Srimad-Bhagavatam. In the Srimad-Bhagavatam it's written, our goal is not Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Our goal is krishna-prema. And the highest goal is the love of the gopis. Gopi-prema. And among the love of the gopis, the highest is the love of the Srimati Radhika. That's why Radha Prem is the ceremony, the crowns and jewels of all the goals. Like we heard from our Gurudeva, Radha Dasan. What is our goal? Radha Dasan. Who wants Radha Dasan? Who wants Radha Dasan? Everyone wants Radha Dasan or not? So maybe you don't understand much. It's not a problem, but at least pray to become the servant of Srimati Radhika, to become the maid servant of Srimati Radhika. At least this. If you have the ego of being the maid servant of Srimati Radhika, very quickly you'll attain to Krishna. In Vrindavana they say, chant the name of Radha and Krishna will run after you. If you chant Radhe Radhe, Bihari Krishna will run after you, like to chase you. So the highest glories of Srimati Radhika is described in Srimad-Bhagavatam. So also the Krishna's pastimes in sequence, like how Krishna was born, how Krishna also grazed the cows with his friends, then Krishna also performed amorous pastimes with the gopis. It's called the Rasa Lila. We have to hear the Rasa Lila Katha. Some people say I don't have to, I shouldn't listen to Rasa Lila Katha because I'm unqualified. But if you never, so you want to become qualified and then you hear the Rasa Lila. But actually, if you don't hear the Rasa Leela, how will you will become qualified?
विकृतं ब्रजबुद्धि इदं च विष्णु श्रद्धान्वितो अनुसन्नात् वर्णेत अत भक्तिं परां भगवती पतिरप्प कामो हृदरोगं आसु अपरिणति अचिरेण धीर धीर बुद्धिमान पुरुष जो है
The person who is very intelligent,
सर्वोत्तम लीला
they will hear the highest Leela of Krishna, Rasa Leela.
कोई मरने वाला है उसको
It's the best medicine. If someone is about to die,
उसके दो घी खिलाओ मर जाए तो कोई बात नहीं है किंतु घी जो पेट में रहेगा
like if someone is about to die, they give some ghee to the person because maybe the person will die, but maybe the ghee can cure the person. There is one chance.
आयुर्वेदिक शास्त्र में ऐसे कहा जाता है
The Ayurvedic Shastra explains.
तो तात्पर्य क्या है मरने वाला सब है कोई काम
So,
किसका नहीं है
so everyone is about to die. Everyone is full of anger and lust. So that's why you have to hear the Rasa Leela Katha.
इसमें लगे श्रवण करना चाहिए
You have to hear Rasa Leela Katha. But there are some rules of how to hear Rasa Leela Katha. From whom you should hear? From the Uttam Mahabhagavat.
इसके बहुत सुंदर बच्चा है
There is a beautiful description. I'm not coming details.
इसलिए लेटेस्ट पुराना श्रीमद्
The latest Purana Srimad-Bhagavatam Vyasadeva manifested. Now our Parampuja Pad Ramachandra Prabhu will speak some words hari-katha to you. I know time is brief.
इसलिए अभी दो वक्त हमारे पास भी है कोई भी बात नहीं है आप 10 मिनट बोलो
Please speak for 10 minutes and he will also speak for 10 minutes.
फिर आरती करेंगे
Then we'll do Arati.
बोलो वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय ज्यादा नहीं 10 मिनट बोलो
Don't speak too much, 10 minutes. And in the evening also 5 p.m. there's another program here. From 5 p.m. onwards you can also hear hari-katha.
तो ये नारद जी की तरह हो गया शिष्य हो ये और महिमा जानकर अपने बतला देते एक डिब्बा रेल के उसका लास्ट नित्यानंद है ना
हाँ अब इधर दो शब्द बोल प्रसाद तो हमारे 2 बजे तो प्रसाद देना है पंचा कल्पतरुश्च कृपा सिंधु सुंदर रूप में यहाँ पर हम लोग व्यास पूजा करें काल तो हल्ला हो गया से आज जो है वास्तव में हम लोग व्यास पूजा कथा श्रवण कर रहे हैं
So today we're observing the Vyasa-puja very nicely. Yesterday also you also observed very nicely. But today also we are hearing about the Vyasa-puja. We are also celebrating through the hari-katha. We are hearing about the Vyasa-puja today. So Vyasa-puja is not only coming, putting a garland in the guru, then take some kantimala from him and go away. No. This is some formality. This is only formality. The real meaning of Vyasa-puja. We have to hear about what is the real Vyasa-puja. So they spoke such amazing hari-katha. So they were going to offer 108 ghee lamps. So we do the Guru-puja of Vyasadeva. Here. 1 second. Speak for 2 minutes. I know time is up. The prasad will be given. It won't take 10 minutes more. So come and don't forget to go. He has to take a flight. Okay, so the devotees arranged 108 ghee lamps. With a lot of effort, the devotees arranged all this. So now we'll do that. So now our Prabhuji, please come here, speak 2 words. Vinod Prabhuji, no, speak 2 words. There they will light the lamps. Shastra explains. The duty of the guru is to light the lamp in the heart of the disciple. So if you don't light lamps, how the darkness will go away from your heart? That's why I have to light lamps, like these ghee lamps, all this. So now Vinod Prabhu is preaching so well. He speaks so well, he writes so well, he has so many qualities. He's serving the inner desire of Gurudeva, so I pray to him. Speak for 5 minutes, please. Something. Jai.
और सभी ने फिर जो है वस्तु प्रदान करने आए हैं उस वस्तु को प्राप्त कर पाएंगे। इस चीज को समझना ही जो है वास्तविक गुरु पूजा का उद्देश्य है। जो गुरु पूजा हम यहाँ मनाने आए हैं उसके पीछे यही उद्देश्य है कि इस चीज को हम जो है जीवन में समझ पाए कि कितनी उन्नत चीज जो है गुरु वर्ग हमें देने आए हैं और उसको जो है उसकी महिमा समझकर उस
real puja, if we understand, if we understand the highest things that Gurudeva is coming to give us, then our Guru Puja will be successful. Now Rohini Nandan Prabhu. Okay. Today also in Delhi, Gurudev gave class in the evening in this another Vyasa-puja program. There was no internet, so they've recorded and they sent. So I'll translate also that, but it's how do you say, recording on WhatsApp.
hari-katha pipasu satyavrinda param smrasila matravrinda सभी के चरण में मेरा यथाविध दंडवत प्रणाम स्वीकार हो। आज प्रातः काल से
So today, since early in the morning, we are hearing about Vyasadeva. For the past few days, we have been discussing this katha in Bengal also, and also here for some days. We spoke about Sanatana Goswami also, and about the life history of Vyasadeva, and also about the appearance day of Tirtha Maharaj, also celebrated so nicely this day. So I just want to speak 2 words to try to purify my tongue. I'll just speak something to you. So now you have heard the real meaning of Vyas. We've seen the life history of Vyasadeva. How Vyasadeva appears in this world. He manifested the 4 Vedas in this world. Rig, Sam, Jajur and Atharva. He manifested the 4 Vedas. But people could not understand. Then he also manifested the Vedanta Sutra afterwards. He manifested the Vedanta Sutra. But people still couldn't understand. It's very hard to understand. Then he also, for people to understand even more, he also manifested the Puranas. Sorry, the Upanishads. 11,000 and some numbers, sorry I couldn't get, but many, like more than 11,000 Upanishads. People could not understand. I think 88, 11,108 or 11,000. Please, everyone will use the mask. Where is my mask? Take my mask. Everyone who is here, please use the mask. Have to use mask, otherwise you will have to give fine of 12,000 rupees. Because in India the government gives this fine for those who are not using the mask. So anyway, he also wrote the Puranas, and then he wrote the Puranas. 17 Puranas he wrote, but still people could not understand. Then to explain even better and more. Then he wrote the last Purana, Srimad-Bhagavatam. If the Srimad-Bhagavatam was not there, this fifth goal, Pancham Purushottam Krishna-prema, wouldn't be able to understand it without Srimad-Bhagavatam. The Srimad-Bhagavatam explains completely about Krishna-prema. Like early in the morning we were hearing, Vyasadeva manifested all the Puranas, but still his heart, he was not pleased in his heart. And then by the mercy of Naradaji, he practiced bhakti-yoga. And by bhakti-yoga, then he saw God. And seeing Bhagavan, then he described the beautiful pastimes of Krishna. And he also clarified how Krishna-prema is the highest thing. And in the Bhagavatam he even wrote even higher, like going even beyond that, like the topmost love of the gopis. Like the love of the gopis, Madhura Prem is higher than Dasya Sakavatsala. And it's Madhura Prem, the highest Madhura Prem, he also described in the Bhagavatam. So he described also Swakhiya and Parakiya love in the Bhagavatam. But the paramour mode, actually, Parakiya only exists in Vrindavan, nowhere else. So the Prem of the gopis is the highest love. In relation to this, Shukadeva Goswami, he described all this to Parikshit Maharaj. The love of the Vraja gopis, the highest is the highest. Krishna, according to the Rasa Vichar, there are 96 types of heroes. How many types? Listen. 96 types of heroes, Nayak. And 360 types of heroines, Naikas. So if we don't know all this very well, actually we will not be able to relish the Rasa Madhurya present in the Srimad-Bhagavatam. So the shloka of the Bhagavatam, second and third shloka of the Bhagavatam explains Nigama Kalpatarur. Who can relish this Rasa Madhurya of the Bhagavatam? The devotees Rasika and Bhavuk. Some people read the Bhagavatam and go to hell. Some people read the Bhagavatam and they break themselves, go to Vaikuntha. Bhagavatam is such a pure book. It describes the Gopi Gita. Like some people read the Bhagavatam but they don't understand the real meaning of the Bhagavatam. But some people, yes, they do. If they are under the guidance of the Vaishnavas, then they can deliver. So in the Gopi Gita, Srimati Radhika herself, she told this verse. Srimati Radhika is saying, Hey Krishna, your katha is like the nectar. People of this world, they are suffering. Adhyatmik, Adhyadevik, Adhybhautik. They are suffering. They are burning the three miseries. But if they hear your katha, all their material sufferings will be destroyed. The katha of Krishna katha is like the nectar. If you drink the nectar, your body will be nourished and you'll be free from all the kinds of diseases. In the same way, tava katamritam tapta jivanam. Even Brahman, great demigods, they are glorifying your pastimes. all sins, kalmash means sins, will be automatically destroyed by hari-katha. Shravana Mangalam. If you hear hari-katha, you'll get all kinds of auspiciousness to you. Sri means all the opulence, money you also get. Those who glorify this katha, they're the best donors. In this world, people give donation of food, clothes, so many things. Donation of cow, donation of your own daughter. And there's also so many things glorifying the donation in the Shastra. But the best donation is to give Bhagavad Katha, to preach Bhagavad Katha in the world. How some people read the Bhagavatam, they die because they don't understand the meaning of the Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is very big, like each word, each syllable has many meanings. God and Bhagavatam both are... Bhagavatam is like God, like very great. So each sloka, each word has so many meanings. For example, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he was speaking about one verse. That verse, Sarvabhauma gave Atmaram Shamunayo. He gave 9 different meanings to this verse. He gave 9 different meanings to this verse. And Mahaprabhu, without even touching his meanings, he gave 18 meanings. And then Mahaprabhu to Sanatana Goswami, he also explained 64 meanings of this one verse to Sanatana Goswami. So it's really hard to understand the Bhagavatam. It's like not ordinary things to understand. That's why I have to be under the guidance of the bona fide guru. You must have a bona fide guru. Under the guidance of the bona fide guru. If you read the Bhagavatam, then yes, then you'll be able to really know the meaning of the Bhagavatam. Otherwise, like the Advaitavadis, the Karmic Gyanis also read the Bhagavatam. Everyone reads the Bhagavatam. And they think that everything will become Brahma. There are many verses in the Bhagavatam. Some verses are called Vyasa-kut, like really complicated verses of Vyasadeva. Like this one, Vadanti Tattva Vidas. They're called Vyasa-kut, like very complicated verse. Many secrets and there's many stories behind this. Like when Srimad-Bhagavatam was being... Actually, Vyasadeva was like dictating the Bhagavatam to Ganesh. But Ganesh was like, okay, you want me to... Okay, so what happened? Vyasadeva asked Ganesh to write the Bhagavatam, right? And then Ganesh was like a little bit proud, like, oh, you want my help? You want me to write for you? Okay, but I'll only write if I understand what I'm writing. If I don't understand, I'll not write. Then Vyasadeva said, okay, I'll speak the shlokas and you'll write. Okay, sorry, let me come back. Many secrets in so many kathas. So when the Bhagavatam, so Vyasadeva told Ganesh, write the Bhagavatam. Ganesha was proud. Oh, am I your clerk? That I have to write everything you say? Am I your clerk? Okay, I'll write. But if you stop speaking, I'll also stop writing, Ganesh told Vyasadeva. Then Vyasadeva said, okay. I also have one condition. Look, when I'll speak the shlokas, you'll write the shlokas, right? If you write something that you haven't understood yourself, you know what will happen? Once you already lost your head, right? That's why you now have the head of an elephant. Ganesh is also called Gajanand, like one with the head of an elephant. So you also have this, you already lost your head once. So if you write something down that you don't understand the meaning, you should not, if you write something that you haven't understood the meaning, you'll also lose your head one more time. You lose your head one more time. Okay. So Vyasadeva was dictating. And sometimes Vyasadeva would speak some verses were called Vyaskurt, really complicated verse that's really difficult, hard to understand the meaning of some verses. Like for example this verse, Vadanti Tatata Vidas, is a shloka like this. But in Bhagavatam there are many verses called Vyaskurt, like complicated verses of Vyasadeva. So normal people cannot understand. Mayavadis don't understand. Karmic Gyanis also cannot understand. So if you really want to study the Bhagavatam, you have to study with the Rasika and Bhavuk devotees. You have to sit with the Rasika devotees. Then you can study the Bhagavatam. And under the guidance of Mahaprabhu. And also Ujjwal Nilamani and Bhakti-rasamrita Sindhu of Rupa Goswami are very important for that. If you haven't studied Bhakti-rasamrita Sindhu Ujjwal Nilamani, actually you will not be able to relish the Rasa Madhurya of the Srimad-Bhagavatam. Cannot really know the Bhagavatam. So it's not so easy to understand. Gurudev used to say, the Srimad-Bhagavatam is like a master degrees, PhD degrees, is like a very high class book. And there's even a book, even beyond Bhagavatam. Which book? Caitanya-caritamrita. It's an unprecedented book. The essence of all the Veda, Purana, Upanishad and Srimad-Bhagavatam. If you gather all together, Veda, Purana, Upanishad and the Bhagavatam, you will see all like essence in the Caitanya-caritamrita. To understand and study the Caitanya-caritamrita is even harder than studying the Bhagavatam. The Bhagavatam is not an ordinary thing. Vyasadeva manifested this amazing book. Vyasadeva manifested it. But he would give this treasure to whom? Just like for example, a father he gives his wealth to his son. A father, like a son inherits the wealth of the father, right? But if the father has a lot of wealth, but his son is like a drunkard or alcoholic or some crazy kid, so like that will waste all the money, then the father will not be happy to leave his wealth to this kind of irresponsible son. Isn't it? You can think about it. You have a lot of money. Suppose. So remember one thing. So like, this, you gave your life, your sweat, your blood in an honest way to like, make all this money during your life, earn this money, all your effort, hard work you did. You didn't cheat to get the money, like really you worked so hard. And then you're gonna leave this money to like maybe your kid, your child is like, your son is stupid and just gonna waste everything with drinks, like, so you will not desire to give your money to your son like that. Sorry, Gurudev said another thing. Gurudev said he said one thing, he said now like this. If you work hard all your life to get some money, you exactly the thing I was saying, you gave all your blood, your sweat, like to get that money. So you'll give so much value to that because you worked so hard. You earned that money by your own, your own hard work. But So you want to protect that. You'll give so much value. But like, for example, if you inherit some money from your parents, so this money you'll maybe waste quickly because it's you don't have that possessiveness to that money, because you just earned, like you just got the money. You didn't work hard to get that. Understand? So in the same way, like Vyasadeva, he did so many hard austerities to get that wealth. So to whom he will give this wealth to? Okay, Maharaj will speak. I'm just taking a little bit more time. I'm almost done. I'm not saying, the commentary explains. So remember one thing in your life, that if you get something with so much hard work, you give so much value to that. It's something that you didn't get from cheating ways, but really honest hard work, labor. You got that money. You will give so much value to that thing that you earned through your hard labor, and that will never go in vain. That will always be kept with honor, and because this is so valuable to you, it's never go in vain. But the money that maybe got from your parents, so in the same way, Vyasadeva, he did such hard austerities. To whom he will give all this money to? I mean, not money, the wealth. So Vyasadeva also, he performed hard austerities and he got that money. So to whom he will give that money to? I mean, not money, the wealth. So he did perform the austerities and attained that wealth. So I'm not saying, the commentary, 10th canto. So the 29th chapter, the first shloka of the Rasa Lila, 29th chapter. What is saying? Badarayani Ubacha, the first shloka of the Rasa Lila, 10.29.1. Shri Badarayani Ubacha. Badarayani is indicating Shukadeva Goswami, because he's the son of Vyasadeva. Do you understand? Sorry. So Badarayani Ubacha. In the commentary, Santana Goswami explains why the word was used, Badarayani. He could have said Shuka Uvacha. In many places of the Bhagavatam, it's like Shuka Uvacha, Shukadeva said. But in the commentary he explained, and Raslili is saying Badarayani Ubacha, because that wealth that Vyasadeva had obtained, he would give to whom? To his also very qualified son, Shukadeva Goswami. Because his very valuable wealth, he will not give into anyone's hand that the person might misuse it or waste it. That's why Vyasadeva is giving that wealth to Shukadeva Goswami. And then Shukadeva Goswami, you also heard about the story of how Vyasadeva was born, and also how Shukadeva also came to this world. Okay, Shukadeva Goswami, when he was born from the womb of his mother, he was already like a 16-year-old boy, like a youth man, like a young boy, naked, and he was with matted hair, like dreadlock, like scattered hair. So we hear about Shukadeva Goswami that when he was going to the jungle, there was some also beautiful girls there. No, sorry, not this. Sorry, not beautiful girls. Shukadeva Goswami was he was very handsome and good looking and so beautiful, and his color was like blackish, like bluish, the color of his body, and his eyes were just like the lotus flower. Like the lotus petal is a little bit coming, like a little bit round shape. How to say, protuberant, like coming out. So that the eyes of Shukadeva was also like this, very beautiful eyes, like coming out from the, and like the lotus. So the pranama mantra of Shukadeva Goswami we sing. So Sudha Goswami is telling to Shaunaka Rishi, my guru is not ordinary, hear me. Hear. When my guru was born from the womb of his mother, he immediately proceeded towards the jungle. Just by having his darshan, immediately animals, birds, creepers, trees would become completely immersed in prem. Beautiful description. So who is a Mahabhagavat? We are speaking that this person, that person is a Mahabhagavat, but who is a Mahabhagavat? Just to see him, then Krishna-prema will come in your heart. Then you can know that that person is the highest of all the Vaishnavas. Just by seeing this person, Krishna-prema comes in your heart. Prema comes up, appears in your heart. And how will you know the person has prema? The person will be crying, dancing, singing just like a madman. This shloka is the evidence of a Mahabhagavat. So by seeing Shukadeva, all people were absorbed in prem. Even the trees. So even the trees were like having the symptoms of ecstasy, crying also. And his father was coming after him, oh my son, Haputra, Haputra. But Shukadeva Goswami, not even once did he look behind to see his father. And the echo was echoing, who is your son? Who is your son, Vyasadeva? Who is your son? So this is a symptom of Mahabhagavat. How Shukadeva Goswami is a Mahabhagavat. And he's performing pastimes, just like a normal Advaitavadi, performing pastime as Advaitavadi. So Vyasadeva, to give his wealth to this son, he tried to catch him with 2 verses. Time is very brief. But so how did Vyasadeva bring his son back, like attract his son? 2 verses from the Bhagavatam that Vyasadeva made Shukadeva hear these verses. One is Barhapidam, another verse Ahobakyam. So then hearing these verses about the beauty and quality of Krishna, then Shukadeva came attracted, and then Vyasadeva taught him all the Bhagavatam. Shukadeva himself said, I heard all this katha from the lotus mouth of my father, Hey Parikit Maharaj, and now I'm telling you this katha. What is the meaning? How should we hear Bhagavad Katha? In the guru-parampara. Guru-parampara, Amnaya Bhakya, like this is the evidence. The Vedas are presented by the guru-parampara. There must be a guru-parampara. So it takes initiation from some guru. What is the guru-parampara of that guru? There are 2 kinds of guru-parampara, Bhagavata-parampara and Shishya-parampara. But in our Gauriya Sampradaya, the conception of Mahaprabhu, we're all following the Bhagavata-parampara. The Bhagavata-parampara is really important, very special in our line of Mahaprabhu. Because sometimes
इसलिए शिष्य परंपरा अपेक्षा किसके ऊपर जोर दिया जाता है? भागवत परंपरा.
So the Bhagavad Parampara is more prominent than the Shishya Parampara, because sometimes the direct disciple of a guru will not exactly be the continuation of the Parampara, the Diksha disciple of a guru. Then you have to come to the Bhagavad Parampara. So Bhagavad Parampara is more prominent than the Shishya Parampara, the Pancharatik, the Shishya Parampara.
ये हमारे भागवत परंपरा हम लोग दिख रहे हैं. हम लोग गुरु परंपरा हम लोग प्रातः काल में जो कीर्तन करते हैं.
Early in the morning, we always sing about the Guru Parampara, that song.
ब्रह्मांते नारदेरमति नारद होइते मध्य कयाने बसदा पूर्ण पुत्र पद्मनाभवति. ये परंपरा को चलना चाहिए. अनेक परंपरा में गुरु का है, गुरु उसके शिष्यों को युक्त नहीं है. जैसा मैं उदाहरण देता हूँ, देखो भक्ति-विनोद ठाकुर किससे दीक्षा ली?
Sometimes the direct disciple of a guru is not qualified. Like, for example, we see Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he took Diksha from Vipin Bihari Prabhu. But the name of Vipin Bihari Prabhu is not in our Guru Parampara. Many people ask about this. Like the Babaji Sampradayas, they always try to speak against us about this point. About they're saying, oh, he has no guru, who is this direct guru, like this. Then Srila Gurudev Srila Narayana Goswami Maharaj, he wrote a beautiful book and manifested an amazing book in this world. The name of the book is Prabandha Panchakam, the 5 articles. Like in this book, Srila Narayana Goswami Maharaj is cutting all the philosophy of the Babajis, explaining how is the Guru Parampara in the line of Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Prabhupada. So the name of the Diksha Guru of Bhaktivinoda Thakur was Vipin Bihari, but his conception was not exactly right. So then Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he so we don't take the name of the Diksha Guru of Bhaktivinoda Thakur in our Guru Parampara. Many also cases, not only this. So who is a bona fide Guru? What is Parampara? If we don't accept all these conceptions, what is Bhagavatiya-parampara? What is Shishya-parampara? Bhagavatiya Diksha, and also one more kind, Pancharatik Diksha. We have to analyze all this. In our acharyas, they showed all these conceptions. So in the day, today Srila Gurudev, he used to tell us about all this parampara. Gurudev used to tell us. If you don't hear about the parampara, you are taking diksha here and there, anywhere. Then you give up on Guru, you give up on Guru, then you think, oh, that another Guru is Mahabhagavat, then you go. So someone writes, oh, that person is a Mahabhagavat, and then everyone is start to run behind that person who everyone is saying is a Mahabhagavat. So you take diksha from one guru, then from another guru, then you spend your whole life like this, going from one guru to another. Then you spend your whole life like this. Actually, your relationship with guru is not something like boyfriend and girlfriend, or like some husband and wife that you can just get a divorce. No, it's not like that. Not like that. So see carefully the parampara. If the person is a bona fide guru, you should never ever give up him. I want to. So you took diksha, then you disappeared. No. You have to think about this. So now we hear about the Guru Parampara. We have to really know about this. Guru is not an ordinary thing. Gurudev himself used to say what? So the proper Guru, he has done bhajan and sadhan, he got the mercy from his own Guru, and he has the realization. So this guru who has attained this realization, he will also give the same realization into the hearts of the bona fide disciple. There's a shloka describing this clearly. Snigdasya Shishasya. So the guru will give to that disciple who has the pure heart, disciple who has the very pure heart, and a disciple who has all the good qualities. Like to this disciple, then the guru will give his wealth of his heart. Guru will give all his wealth to this devotee. If the disciple doesn't have good character and is not qualified, so what is the benefit? Then what is in the heart of Guru can never like sprout in the heart of this kind of disciple. Just like, for example, if you throw a seed in the middle of the stones, the rocks on the top of a hill, the seed will never sprout. Never. Maybe it will sprout, but it will dry. To sprout a seed, you have to fertilize the soil first. So this is the duty of the guru, is to remove all the anarthas from the heart of the disciple. Just like he was saying now. This is the real duty of the guru. Which duty? To purify the heart of the disciple. How? By speaking hari-katha. Because if you don't hear hari-katha, never ever you'll get auspiciousness. The disciple can get auspiciousness without hari-katha. That's why Caitanya-caritamrita said, Ado Guru Mukhat hari-katha shravanam. In the beginning you have to hear hari-katha from the lotus mouth of Gurudeva. So the katha of Guru is very powerful. It's a very powerful hari-katha. This hari-katha will come into your ears, will come to your heart, and all the anarthas of your heart will be destroyed. There are many shlokas in the Bhagavatam, but it's really true. So it's very rare to find a bona fide guru, but it's even more rare to find a bona fide disciple. Maybe we find a bona fide guru, but then the disciple is not bona fide. This is true. My Gurudev used to say this. And also there are so many gurus that they just want to exploit the disciples and exploit their money. A real guru, who can pacify, a real guru that can relieve the disciple from all the material sufferings is something really rare. Actually, Shivaji himself told his wife, Parvati, Shivaji told her, listen, there are many gurus in this world that just want to exploit their disciples. Exploit their money. They want to take the wealth of the disciple, their money, and to do sense gratification. This is not a bona fide guru. A bona fide guru is someone who removes all the sufferings from the heart of the devotee, removes all these threefold miseries of this world. Through hari-katha. If you don't hear hari-katha, then how is possible? Tell me. Okay, you took the mantra from the guru, you took an initiation, then 1 year later you came back. How possible? So many people, they do this. What do? They see the guru only once a year. Then during the whole year, they just chip in money, like they are slowly collecting money. And then when they see the guru, they give all the money to guru. Oh, look, 1 year money for you. I am giving some donation. Like only once a year, they see the guru to give this money. That's it. Then the guru tells this person, okay, now I'll give you the passport to go to Vaikuntha, because you gave me this donation. What is this passport? Your head? He's giving the passport to Vaikuntha. This word doesn't even exist. Passport to Vaikuntha. I don't accept this. Some people, fake gurus, imposters, they're like this. They're asking money from the disciples to give them some passport to go to Vaikuntha. Oh my.
पैसा देने से पासपोर्ट मिल जाएगा, ये बात सत्य है, फर्जी पासपोर्ट आपको मिल जाएगा। वैकुंठ जाने के लिए फर्जी पासपोर्ट में आप जाओगे आप।
Do you think you can go to Vaikuntha with a fake passport like this? A fake passport will take you to Vaikuntha? You really think so? Tell me. This word is wrong, this expression. Passport to Vaikuntha is not proper. If it was about giving money, you know, how many people, like rich people, they give loads of money. And like maybe they're not following the rules, but they give a lot of money to like these gurus. And so like politicians, they have loads of money. Do you think they'll give some money and get the passport to go to Vaikuntha? And they'll go to Vaikuntha like that? You tell me. So this is not true. You have to understand this. Hear hari-katha from the lotus mouth of Gurudeva. By hearing hari-katha from his lotus mouth, then your heart can be purified. I became angry speaking about these things, but this is true what I'm saying. I'm not saying about money. Money will come. Whatever is in your fate, that will come to you. So it's not necessary like to go out like to search for money or. Here, speak hari-katha. Speak hari-katha 24 hours per day. Hear hari-katha. And take mahaprasad. Take prasadam. And hear hari-katha. Hari-katha prasad, prasad hari-katha. When I go to the Western countries, I say this. I give hari-katha, then mahaprasad. Then hari-katha, mahaprasad. Mahaprasad, hari-katha. These two are very powerful. Very powerful. Mahaprasad is not an ordinary thing. Take mahaprasad and hear hari-katha. Bolo Vrindavana Bihari Lal ki jai. So this was the class Gurudev gave today in the evening. There was no internet connection. And then after that, later on, Gurudev proceeded to the airport to go to Mexico. Jai Srila Gurudev ki jai.